this video, we will demonstrate how to accomplish a task to earn your Seesaw Level 1 badge. Upon completion, be sure to scroll down and click the link below to request your badge. So the first thing that we're going to do is click here to create your free account with Seesaw using your SPS credentials. When you do this, you will click on I'm a Teacher. And you can click on the Sign In with Google button. It will pull in your SPS credentials and allow that process to take place. And then up here in the top left-hand corner, you'll click on Create New Class. Choose the grade level that pertains to you and what you teach. I'll just choose kindergarten since that's what I used to teach. And name your class. I'm going to name this one Badging Class since I'm working on badging with you guys. It will create your class for you. And then it'll automatically give you a little video here that walks you through Seesaw and some little introductory things for Seesaw. You can choose to watch that on your own time if you would like. Then going back over here to our directions, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the settings wrench up here in the right-hand corner and select your student sign-in mode. Seesaw automatically defaults to class code and one-to-one devices. You're not going to want to use a class code here in SPS because we use student Google accounts for all of our students. You're going to want to switch that to email and Google and hit confirm that change, because all of our students do have their own Google accounts here in SPS. So go ahead and confirm that change. And the next thing that you're going to want to do, you do not need, because we have Google accounts for all of our students, you are not going to want to put all of your students in manually. When you have your students with you, you're going to want to do this little Add Students button. Again, yes, confirm that students are using their Google accounts and email addresses. And then display this code up on your whiteboard. And then students will also navigate to Seesaw, and they just up in tab, they can just type seesaw.me and go to that same login page that you went to. Again, just seesaw.me in a new tab on their computer. You can use, for the lower grade teachers, you can use your GoGuardian to send that out, and for upper grades they can type that and they'll click login, and then they will choose I'm a student. Mine just went ahead and logged me in because I'm already logged in another tab, but the students will click on I'm a student, and then they'll be asked for a class code. Here are the directions right here, and then they will type in this 8-digit code and immediately be joined into your classroom. They'll click on sign in with Google and pull in their Google credentials the same way that yours did. From there, you can go ahead and you'll do that same process each time that you get a new student. This class code expires every 7 days, but you just follow that same process. If you happen to get new students, you just click on your Add Student button. Yes, they're using Google credentials, and it gives you a new code every 7 days. Okay, next process. From there, we're going to explore the Seesaw Activity Library to find some activities to assign to our classroom. When you are in your classroom account, then I'm going to go here to some of my classrooms. We don't need to, again, you can watch that video if you would like to, but you don't need to. And then here you can browse the resource library. You click on your little activity bubble here, and you click on Browse Resource Library. And the Seesaw Library has some activities that you can search for by grade level. But I'm going to go over to the Community Library. The Community Library is where you're going to find all of your goodies. These are activities that have been created by all kinds of Seesaw teachers all over the world. So let's say you're looking for, you can use the little drop-down menu here, but to search by all grades, or you can hone in on your particular grade level. So I'm just going to search kindergarten. You can also search by subject, or you can leave it for all subjects. And then there's a little search bar over here. So let's say I'm teaching money this week, and I want to search for all the activities related to kindergarten money. And then I scroll down and all of the activities that are pertaining to money and the creator has labeled as related to money in kindergarten start popping up. And then I can look and see, I can start looking at the activities and say, counting money. That looks like something I might be interested in. I can pull up the activity. I can look through the directions. I can actually click on the little activity down here to um, hone in on it and see if it's something that looks like it might be something. And it looks like this one is maybe a counting money activity. If I like it, I can exit out of that and I can decide that, yeah, I think this is something that I'm going to make this tab a little bigger. I think this is something that my students might be able to do. If I want to keep this activity, I can click on this little heart and it will take it over to my library over here, my personal library. And then when I click on my library, I see that it's been sent to my library. I can assign it to my students by clicking on the little assign button here. And then all of the classes that I have in my Seesaw library will pop up. If I want to assign it to my whole class, I just click here on the little button. I can assign it to multiple classes if I have multiple classes in Seesaw at once. If I would like to assign it to the whole class, I just click on that box and I click on assign class. If I want to assign it to just certain students in that class, I can click over here on the little blue link to edit my students. And let me choose a class that has multiple students in it. And from here, I can assign it to certain, you see in this class, I've made groups of students. So maybe I only want to assign it to my green group and my red group in this class. Or maybe I want to come down here and I want to select certain students within those groups that are going to get this assignment. And I want to uncheck other students. So I can play around with what students I want to assign it to. And then I click on my green button and I click down here to my box where I want to assign it to what classes I want to assign it to. And it tells me that it has been assigned to those students, and I can go over back to that class and I can view the activity in the classroom. Okay, let's make this small again. Next assignment. It says have students complete the assignment in your classroom and submit the assignment. So I go over here to my classroom and usually what I will do is I will have students as part of the lesson. I will go through it with them. Each Seesaw classroom comes with a sample student. So I'll actually go in and we'll do the lesson together. I'll click on add response and I'll use my sample student kind of as a teaching method. And we'll go through and we'll use the little tools. There's a pencil down here and a marker and a highlighter and a little glow pen and different tools. And I'll show them how to use the different text boxes and the recording tools and camera tools and the different tools that they have available to them in here. So let's see, 10, 20, 30. I can show them how to make 30 cents and click and drag on there and put that 30 cents in there. Maybe I want to show them how to use the pen and write that this is 75 cents. Show them the different tools that Seesaw has. And then when they're ready to submit, they've done all of the answers and they're ready to submit, they hit this little green check mark up here. And when I start getting my student submissions come in, as the teacher, I can click on my activity light bulb and I can see it tells me that I've got a response waiting for my approval and I can see that submission come in. Next thing here says view your student responses, provide feedback, and return the assignment to them. So the way that you do that, you take a look at their assignments. I'm going to make this big again so you guys can see that. You take a look at their, and I'm going to go over here to my real class for just a moment so you guys can see what that looks like. Let's look at some assignments that have been submitted. Here we go. So you see here some assignments that have come into us. The students will turn them into you. You'll be able to see their work. You can give them a like on it. You can give them a comment. You can provide feedback. You see, I did a really good job interpreting your graph. You can give them some comments back on there. You can give them text comments or you can record comments using the little microphone to give them some feedback. And then you return their work back to them. These are works that I've already returned, but you would have a little button that says return work back to them. After you've done that part, it says on a student's response, click the three dots, click share item, and copy that link of the student's work to request your badge. So that's going to be your proof of documentation to us. So I'll show you how to do that really quickly. When you do that, so on that student's response, right down here, there's 3 little dots. It says share the item, and you just get this link right here. Copy that link and come over here where it says click to request your badge. And you're going to fill out your building, what tool you use. So Seesaw happens to be web apps and tools. Hit next, and then you'll go through this list and find Seesaw, and then paste your link right here as your documentation. And then just click on submit, and we'll get your badge and we'll check it out for you and submit your points to you. Thank you for watching our video on demonstration for how to accomplish the task required to earn the Seesaw badge. Upon completion, be sure to click that link below to request your badge.